DPDR. What if I can't remember what normal feels like?
This is an incredibly common worry. The fear that the abnormal feelings of depersonalization and derealization have become so intense and persistent that you have somehow forgotten what normal ever felt like. And if you can't remember it, how can you ever get back there? And would you even recognize it if you did? This idea seems like it kind of makes sense at first glance, but in actuality it doesn't, and you don't need to worry about it. Because here's the thing. Remember again that DP and DR are just symptoms of anxiety. And with anxiety, you don't need to remember what not having anxiety felt like in order to get rid of it. You don't need to remember and pinpoint what normal feels like in order to get back to normal. That's not part of the recovery process, and it's not your job. To illustrate just how silly this whole idea is, let's take a look at some other symptoms of anxiety in that same context. If you're experiencing muscle tension, do you need to remember what it was like to not feel muscle tension in order to get rid of it? Of course not. If somebody is having a panic attack, do they need to remember specifically what not having a panic attack felt like in order to stop it? Of course not. When you say, I can't remember what normal felt like, what you're actually saying is, at the moment, I can't remember what calm felt like. The idea that we have to somehow locate and focus on a time in the past when we didn't feel anxiety in order to get rid of it now is a massive overcomplication. If right now you can't recall what not feeling DPDR felt like, don't worry. You don't have to. That's not your job. The fact that you can't do that at the moment makes absolutely no difference to your recovery, and yes, you can and will recover. And the even better news is that state-specific memory works the other way too. So that when you do recover, you look back on this whole experience from a non-anxious perspective, and you will wonder what you were ever worried about.